Pulled over for being black, a moment every black woman fears. A routine drive home turned into every black woman's worst nightmare, all because of her skin color. I said, "Get out of the car now, or I'm pulling you out myself." His fist slammed against her driver's side window so hard the glass shook. Denise Washington's heart stopped. Her trembling hands gripped the steering wheel where he could see them, tears already forming in her eyes. Officer Kyle Brennan stood 6'2", mirrored sunglasses hiding his cold stare. A man who wore his badge like a license to terrorize. But he had absolutely no idea who he'd just pulled over. It was 6:47 p.m. on a quiet Houston highway. Denise Washington, 53 years old, was driving home from visiting her elderly mother. She wasn't speeding. Her tags were current. Her seatbelt was fastened. But those blue lights appeared anyway. She pulled over immediately, did everything right. Window down. Hands on the wheel. Dome light on. License and registration, Officer Brennan barked. She reached slowly toward her glove compartment. "I said don't move." "Sir, you just asked for my registration. Are you arguing with me?" He stepped closer. "You think you're smart?" Denise stayed calm, her voice steady despite her racing pulse. "Officer, I'm simply complying with your request." "You got drugs in this car? Weapons?" "No, sir. I'm a registered nurse. I'm coming from my mother's house." He laughed, cold and mocking. "Sure you are. Step out of the vehicle." "Why am I being pulled over?" His jaw tightened. "I don't need a reason. This is MY Highway." But here's the part that changed everything. What Officer Brennan didn't notice was the small red light blinking on Denise's dashboard. Her dashcam was recording everything. Every word. Every threat. Every moment of this illegal stop. And that wasn't all. As Brennan reached for her door handle, a black SUV pulled up behind his cruiser. A man in a tailored suit stepped out. "Officer, is there a problem here?" Brennan spun around. "Sir, get back in your vehicle. This is police business." The man held up a badge. "Actually, this is my business. I'm Marcus Washington, federal prosecutor. And that's my wife." Brennan's face went pale. I didn't." "You didn't what?" "No, she was married to someone who could end your career." Marcus's voice was ice. "My wife called me the moment you pulled her over. I was 3 minutes behind her." Brennan stepped back. This was just a routine stop. "There's nothing routine about what I just witnessed. Be honest. What would you have done in Denise's position?" But Brennan wasn't done. His arrogance kicked back in. "Look, counselor, I don't care who you are." She was driving suspiciously. Suspiciously. Denise finally spoke up. "I was going 5 under the speed limit." "That's suspicious behavior." Marcus laughed, but there was no humor in it. "Driving safely is suspicious now." Brennan pointed at Denise. "People like her don't belong in this neighborhood." Silence. Those words hung in the humid Texas air. "What did you just say?" Marcus stepped closer. Brennan's hand moved toward his holster. "You threatening me, counselor?" And just when it seemed things couldn't get worse, another vehicle arrived. This time, it was an unmarked police car. A woman stepped out, badge visible. "Officer Brennan. Stand down." Brennan froze. "Captain Rivers? What are you doing here?" Captain Lorraine Rivers walked forward slowly. "Brennan, you're already under investigation for 3 previous stops just like this one. All black drivers. All bogus reasons." Denise's eyes widened. Captain Rivers continued. "Internal Affairs has been tracking you for 6 months. We had a unit following you tonight." She pointed to another car parked further back, one nobody had noticed. "Every single thing you did was recorded. Body cams, dash cams. And now." She held up her phone. "Mrs. Washington's dashcam footage just went to my email." Brennan's face crumbled. "Captain, I can explain." "You can explain to the review board. Badge and gun. Now." Would you have stayed quiet in her position? 2 weeks later, Officer Kyle Brennan was officially terminated from the Houston Police Department. But that wasn't all. The footage went viral. Millions watched Brennan threaten an innocent woman for the crime of driving while black. Federal civil rights charges were filed. His 3 previous victims came forward. A lawsuit followed. And Denise Washington? She stood on the courthouse steps, microphones in her face, and said 7 words that echoed across the nation. My dignity was never his to take. Denise didn't set out to become a symbol that night. She just wanted to get home safely. But her courage, her refusal to be silent, reminded every black woman watching something powerful. Your voice matters. Your safety matters. Your dignity doesn't stop at a traffic light. And sometimes, the very thing meant to intimidate you becomes the evidence that sets you free. For every mother who has taught her children how to survive a traffic stop. For every woman who has gripped her steering wheel in fear. This victory was for you. Because justice isn't just about punishment. It's about reminding the world that we were never the ones who needed to change.